Hi guys and welcome to another video. So today I will be doing round 2 of my team career mode. So last time we did Bahrain and finished second, which is actually quite good. We were midfield, just ahead of Alpine. I'm gonna do some more research and development, and yeah, hopefully this will boost our chassis. This will boost our durability a bit more because we're currently last for durability. And actually, Mercedes for durability are quite far back, which is a surprise. And Haas are second, which is also a surprise. So, yeah. I'm going to upgrade powertrain resource point generation. Hopefully we can get a bit more resources there. I'm going to do reaction training for my second driver. Which is Dan Ticktum. Hopefully mid-season we can get a better teammate. But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna advance time here.
Our new parts have completed without issue. They'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend. Could you take a look at this for us, please? You handled that well. Thank you.
So I went with increasing the morale for the department because I don't think Tictum at our current car or his skills is good enough to get us any points. So I really want to get the car and stuff better before I start boosting him as well. So backboards just failed. So we got some more resource points. So I'm gonna go and do that, which will be ready before the Grand Prix. So that's good. So we're actually going to have a season break after
We had a major issue on the production line earlier this week. So the entire development pack, the department wants me to pass on their thanks for helping out.
But okay, you pass on the thanks, but I didn't help out the client. But okay. I'm gonna start season break, and we're back. We can do more of these, and could just finish all of them. I've got a good amount. We might be able to overtake Aston Martin, hopefully. I think this season it will just be about
I know we were expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed quality control. We'll need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen.
It'll just be about improving facilities. Hopefully next season we can get a much better car.
Okay, now this is an interesting one. Thanks for handling that.
And energy stores unfortunately failed, so we'll probably just do that one as well.
We had a major issue on the production line earlier this week, so the thanks. I know these kinds of decisions can be challenging, but I think you made the right call.
So we can actually add a new sponsor now. You can get 165,000 if we go with this one, so probably gonna just stick with that one. We might be able to do some more research on the car after we get these extra 250 resource points. We might be able to redesign both darts, but probably I'm going to increase the ignition system and Yeah. So if we go to Spain, just gonna do some practice sessions and then go to qualifying. Okay, so we're here at Spain qualifying now. Just gonna head out and do a flying lap. Hopefully we can get a decent lap that will put us towards the front of the grid, to maybe put us in a good spot to gain some good points. So the track is relatively clear, so we should be able to put out a decent lap. Before it gets too busy. Max Verstappen sets the fastest lap with a 1:22. As we come up on the Haas, hopefully that doesn't slow us down towards the end of the lap. We set a lap and we go third fastest, which I think is pretty good. However, we are going to have to go round Mazepin if we want to get a fastest lap this time as well. Although it's as a result of that we have to go wide, which isn't what we want. Sergio Perez sets a super fast lap there.
There's only one lap of fuel
Goes
remaining.
fastest. It looks like we got a bad sector there last time, which does mean that this time we managed to gain a decent amount of time. We go 6/10 faster with the fastest sector 3, so that's great news for us. And we actually, I think they might have a good chance of taking that from us though, as we go round here though. So I'm probably going to box this lap and just see how big the gap is, and if we can maybe set one extra lap to hopefully increase our gap a bit more. But yeah, it does look like we might be starting towards the front of the grid. All of the kind of people that would behind this championship, I think, apart from maybe Bottas, have set a pretty fast lap already. Perez is second, so obviously for him that's good. Although I do think that our car might get worse as we progress through the season in comparison to other cars, just because their facilities are a lot higher, so they're able to generate more upgrades. But yeah, so I think for this season the goal will just be to stay with them and hopefully fight for some decent positions.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
If I go to session info, you can see that currently as the time stands, we're about 100 for the second ahead of Perez. However, I think when he gets his second try, might be able to beat that. Hamilton actually sets the fastest Sector 1 and Sector 2, however he got a bad Sector 3. So I think he might, if he can sort that out, he'll probably gain a few positions. As the tyres go though, I'm going to swap tyre. Currently Kimi Raikkonen's in 16th and he got 200 miles per hour on the speed trap. He's the only one out there, so I'm just gonna probably head out now as there's no one on the track. Hopefully we can set a good time. Maybe open the gap to Perez a little bit more with these fresher tyres. We set a fault to Sector 1, which is great news for us. His fresher tyres are definitely helping a lot. We set a new fastest lap, which gave us a bit of a bigger gap towards the cars behind, like Perez and Bottas.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
If we look at session info, there's obviously 2 minutes and 8 seconds left, so a lot of cars are heading out the track now. I'm probably not going to get another shot, so I'm just going to accelerate time, and yeah. The gap to Bottas actually now.
Let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid.
Actually was only 0.1 seconds, so it was definitely critical that we got that.
All right, I think we can call that a successful qualifying. We should be in with a good chance in the race.
It's time.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going.
I think for our strategy, probably going a bit longer on those tyres, so we don't get stuck between other cars. So yeah, that's it. I'm just going to start the race. Hopefully we can cover off Bottas at the start, although I think Mercedes is normally quite fast off the line. Although they're not this time. Hamilton actually overtakes Bottas, and it looks like he's coming around the inside of us as well. However, we do lead just about at the start of this Grand Prix. Bottas actually retakes second off of Hamilton, I think. I think Hamilton might have been trying to overtake Arsenal and actually lost the position to Bottas. So that's obviously not good for him. Obviously I have got some ERS, but I think I might have saved that for the straight at the end of this lap, so we can get a bit more speed and hopefully we can get out of the DRS range of Bottas before he can get that. So I'm gonna use ERS and open up the gap. We set the fastest lap, which I guess makes sense. Yeah, Bottas is now over a second behind us, which is good news. So hopefully if we can just keep that gap going. And yeah, it's actually up to 1.4 seconds now, which is great news for us, but we overshoot that corner. But that does mean we can get a cut back on here. It's at the fastest first sector. Although the gap's only a second now. So DRS is going to be enabled this lap.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Okay, clear.
Yuki Tsunoda's out of the session. Bottas is now 2 seconds, so yeah, hopefully we could just keep building that gap, so when we do pit we have got a bit of room in case we get in traffic. I'm pitting a lap later, so if we do get stuck in traffic it won't be as bad. Do a little drift around there. So we have a gap of 2.1 seconds.
Push now. We're boxing this lap.
So we're pitting this lap. I think Bottas might be using up all his ERS on this final lap, so hopefully it's his last lap as well, because on that straight he did actually gain quite a lot, and also on that corner. Yeah, he's using up all his ERS on the corners and straights of this lap, so
Be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
So Bottas used up some of his ERS early on. I've just been saving it for obviously the straights. So I'm actually going to pop it now. Is he going to use it? Yes, he is actually using quite a lot of it on that straight as well. I think he popped it a bit earlier than us, so he's actually used it as well. He is still out of DRS range, but yeah, it looks like he's going to be pitting this lap, because yeah, he's using a lot of his ERS and actually he's gaining quite a lot on us. So yeah, he's definitely going to be coming into these pits. Our tyres are starting to go around this corner, do a drift into the pits. But Bottas is actually going to stay out, and it's his teammate Hamilton actually which is going to come into the pits, along with one of the Ferraris and one of the Red Bulls. So yeah, hopefully my team can get a fast pit stop to keep that gap between me and Hamilton. But it looks like they've actually lost a bit of gap there. Do we get ahead of Giovinazzi? Yes, we do. Okay, so we're P9 and we've completed our pit strategy. Hopefully a few more cars pit next lap, so we don't need to deal with them, because it looks like Raikkonen and Stroll up ahead are both still there. Either Raikkonen and Giovinazzi are both Alfa Romeo, so probably one of them is going to pit this lap, the other one's going to pit on the next lap. So hopefully that's Raikkonen that pits on this lap, because it means it'll just clear up space for us. However, we do actually get DRS, but on the straight, if it isn't Raikkonen, I'm probably going to use some ERS to try and overtake him, so we don't get stuck behind him. Yeah, and Raikkonen goes into the pits. And so does Ocon. And Vettel actually leads. Bottas gets out behind us, which is great news for us. And Vettel leads the Grand Prix. But he still needs to pit. However, he has got a clear track in front of him. But yeah.
Gap to teammate behind is 26.0 seconds.
We actually get a fastest foot sector because we used up all that ERS on that main straight to hopefully increase that gap to Bottas and make sure we stay ahead of him. Obviously we didn't get held up by traffic that badly, so it's good for us. We actually set a fastest sector 2 as well, which is increasing the gap to Bottas quite a lot, and we can actually see Vettel further up the road as well. And Vettel decides to come in for his pit stop. We set an amazing lap, and the gap to Bottas is now 3.4 seconds, with Norris and Hamilton behind. It looks like that will be the order. Norris, definitely, yeah, but he's under threat from Hamilton, and Perez is also quite close to Hamilton, so that could easily change in these coming laps. I think obviously that Hamilton is on the hards might not help his chances early on, and unfortunately for him, I think Perez on the mediums might be able to overtake him, but Hamilton towards the end might be able to reclaim that position. But if Perez can get past now and make a decent gap, I think he should be set for the rest of the race, and maybe have a chance at Norris if that gap doesn't go too big. Obviously now it is staying at the same amount of about half a second. So I think they're probably in quite a close train of cars. And with DRS on Norris, I think Hamilton Perez might find it hard to get past Hamilton. it looks like these tyres definitely went a lot around that sector. I think, yeah, these tyres are definitely starting to go. We have got 3 more laps left. But Bottas is a lot closer to us now, and he will get DRS on this straight. So I'm gonna use ERS to kind of counter that.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
This will definitely be a long straight, so Bottas gets a bit quicker towards us there. As we are about to start the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix, the gap to Bottas is staying around 0.7 seconds. I think on that last sector he does lose quite a lot of time. Because obviously I'm there, so it kind of slows him down, and then we can just get the jump start of the main straight. Obviously on this final lap I'm probably going to try and use up as much ERS as I can. So I'll just leave it up there.
This is your final lap of the race. The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
And as we spin going around that sector, it looks like Bottas actually has gained quite a lot of time there. We're actually under threat from Norris and Hamilton now, who are battling it out. With Lewis Hamilton's hard tyres now, I think just about being slightly better than the mediums.
that's a fantastic podium. Super driving, really strong pace. Very, very happy.
What a great finish you get there where we hit into tons of cars. But yeah, unfortunately we spun on that last lap and got second, but we did manage to keep
They should be proud. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Norris behind.
Large part of the result comes down to temperament. They were able to keep their
Yeah, that will actually, I think, push us ahead of Perez on the
strategy to stay out of trouble.
After an excellent performance
leaderboard.
in the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll
But I
be plenty
think-
of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
I think for first place it's going to go to Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship, because obviously they got first with Bottas, and Hamilton actually ended up coming fourth. And my teammates probably not got any points.
So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Valtteri Bottas takes the top spot. He's our new Drivers' Championship leader after today's result. Some amazing talent out on the track today. But Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
It's got to be Lando Norris, hasn't it? Smooth, confident and assured. I've got no doubt that he and his team are going to be over the moon with his performance today.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. Meanwhile, good work from Aston Martin this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. I'm equal parts exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Instead, Aston Martin have pushed themselves further up the table, but they're still 8th, so yeah, and they've also got 0 points. But yeah, Red Bull actually go to second after Mercedes overtake them. We are actually in the drivers 2 points away from Bottas, so hopefully we can see how that finishes in the next episode.
We've got an issue we'd like your input on.
We're going to relocate to R&D so you can get
Not
more
an easy
resource
decision,
points
but you handled it well.
for next video.
Thanks.
But anyway guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and bye bye.